The Georgia Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs, under Katie Abramson-Henderson, is headed to Mizzou Arena to face Kelly Harper and the Missouri Tigers. Now, I have to say this. I can't imagine that Kelly Harper is real happy with the defensive performance that she's getting out of Mizzou currently. But they're on a winning streak. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. They beat Mississippi State by 8, beat Arkansas by 5, beat Texas A&M by 11. Now they did lose by 21 to Ole Miss, lost to Florida. I don't even know how that one happens, except no defense. They lost 89-71 to Florida. They actually had beaten Arkansas twice. They beat them 94-69 before that. They're an okay team. I they beat Kansas City by in overtime, lost to Kansas, but they have beat some interesting teams. Uh, that said, their defensive performance is kind of bad right now. Now, on the other hand, you taking a look at Katie Abramson-Henderson's team now, they're looking a whole lot better than what they did the past 2 seasons. Georgia the past 2 seasons had a losing record. She's 47-49 at Georgia, which is unusual for her because she's won 418 games, only had 206 losses. When she was at Albany, went to the NCAA tournament quite a few years, won conference tournament championships, won both the regular season and tournament championships at both UCF, Albany, Southwest Mizzou. She was a WNIT champion, well, now the WBIT. She's made it to the NCAA multiple times. This year, they're 18-5. But they're on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to both Tennessee and Alabama. They lost to LSU and South Carolina. They did beat Ole Miss. They beat Kentucky. Well, okay, they split the series with Ole Miss. Now, Mizzou is going to be an interesting game for them. They've only lost SEC teams. They went undefeated in the rest of their games. But this is going to be this is going to be one of them games that defense is going to play a key. Now, Danny Carnegie, hey, her, Mia Woolfolk, Trinity Turner, doing amazing things. I can endure, you know. Now, Grace Slaughter who's a guard, is doing great for Kelly Harper and Mizzou. Shannon Dow, Chloe Stodel, Jayla Smith, they've got players that are doing what they need to do, except for defense. Defense is and turnovers are probably going to hurt them bad in any game. Georgia's got a little bit of a problem with turnovers from a couple of key players, but not as bad as Mizzou. So we're going to go over this game by the numbers because, well, I'm a by the numbers kind of guy. Stats mean a lot to me. So we're going to take a look at shooting. We're going to take a look at assists, steals, all of that. And we're going to see if we can tell you who's going to win the game. Here we go. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball, and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, the Lady Bulldogs are the ones that are the visitors. They're averaging about 75 points a game and only allowing 58.5. Not that great, but not bad at all. Because, well, they're winning far more than they're losing. 45% field goal percentage. That's really good, even though they lost to a Tennessee team that only had 42%. 38.7 rebounds, not bad, could be far better. 14.6 assists. Hey, these ladies need to be a little bit more teamwork oriented. 3.2 blocks, that's not good at all, even for women's basketball. 8.9 steals, little low there. But, it is what it is. Danny Carnegie leads in points, leads in rebounds. She's a guard, by the way. 32.7 minutes a game, 18.6 points, 5.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.6 steals, no blocks, 2.1 turnovers, a little high, 45.4 field goal percentage. That's not bad. 38.8 3-point percent shooting. Hey, it's better than a whole lot of players. Whole lot of players. 84% free throw percentage. Mia Woolfolk, second leading scorer in there, 21.5 minutes a game. She's a forward. 12.1 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, 0.8 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.4 blocks, 1.8 turnovers. Nothing bad. 57.8 field goal percentage. That's really good number, but not hitting any three-pointers. That's 75.8 field goal or free throw percentage. Not bad. Trinity Turner, who leads in assists and steals, is a guard. 32.9 minutes a game, 11.7 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.8 steals, 0.2 blocks, 2.7 turnovers. That's high. 38.4 field goal percentage. That ain't that good. 28.9 3-point percentage. She's not a shooter. 72% free throw percentage. Riley Thurkoff, fourth leading scorer, in their 27.7 minutes a game. She's a guard, by the way. 10.8 points a game. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.7 steals, 0.1 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, 41.7% field goal percentage, 41.2 3-point percentage. Now that's a good number right there. 85.2 free throw percentage. And by the way, H.M. Nadur, their centers, got 0.9 blocks. She leads in blocks. They got 44.6% field goal percentage, shooting percentage, 34.1 3-point percentage. That is, it is what it is. 71.4 free throw percentage. Now, Danny Carnegie and Trinity Turner are in there a lot. And then it's followed up by Riley Thurkoff. They're somewhat balanced. I mean, most of their players are getting minutes in the game. They've got some folks that can shoot in the field goal range. Barely have anybody that can do good when it comes to shooting outside the arc, though. I mean, you got Danny Carnegie, you got Riley Thurkoff, and once in a while you got Aubrey Beckham, who's averaging 0.7 minutes or 0.7 points a game and 8.2 minutes a game. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, it's a decent shooting team inside the paint. They're not getting, I mean, they are getting some rebounds. They're not getting assists. They're not working as a team that well. Steals, could be better. They're not blocking worth a flip at all. Turnover, okay, Trinity Turner and Danny Carnegie, the two that are in there the most are turning over the ball the most. They have to get inside the paint. You keep them outside the arc, the 3-point arc, and these ladies aren't going to be scoring all that well. That's what I'm looking at here. But they're still scoring and still got some good defense. Now, Mizzou scoring 75.6 points a game. That's just a slight hair better than Georgia. But they're allowing 73.1 points against them. That ain't good in any sense of the game. 45% field goal percentage, not bad. 37.6 rebounds, a little bit worse than Georgia. They're getting 13.5 assists. They're really not working as a team. I'm sure Kelly Harper's upset about that. 3.3 blocks, really? Yeah, that's a hair better than Georgia, but seriously. And only 6.6 steals. Looking at their numbers, not surprised. Grace Slaughter, leading in points, leading in rebounds. She's a guard. In there, 36.2 minutes a game, 19.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, 1.9 assists, zero point 0.6 steals, zero point 0.3 blocks, 2.4 turnovers, though. That's 47.7 field goal percentage. That's really good. 40% 3-point percentage. That's good. 76.8 free throw percentage. That could be far better, considering how well she's shooting everywhere else. But still, not bad at all. Shannon Dow, who leads in assists, second leading scorer, 29.1 minutes a game, 16 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals, zero point 0.4 blocks, 3.7 turnovers. That's exceedingly high, especially for her only being in there just under 30 minutes. 46.1 field goal percentage, not bad. 33.3 3-point percentage, not bad. And 81.8 free throw percentage. Jordana Reisma Ford in their 28.8 minutes a game, 10 points a game, 5.9 rebounds, 1.5 assists, zero point 0.6 steals, zero point 0.6 blocks, 2.4 turnovers. Your three leading scorers are getting the ball turned over way too much. 51.4 field goal percentage, though. Really good number. 68.8 free throw percentage and 30.8 3-point percentage. Eh. Inside the paint, though, she's doing really good. Chloe Sodal, who leads in steals, is at 29.6 minutes a game. She's a guard, 8.4 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.3 steals, zero point 0.4 blocks, 1.5 turnovers. That's not bad. 40.1 field goal percentage is tolerable. 38.2 3-point percentage, not bad. And 82.6 free throw percentage. Now, Jayla Smith, a guard, is leading in blocks with 0.9. They got a 45.3 field goal percentage, 79.3 from the free throw line, not bad. 37.8 3-point percentage, not bad. But they're relying on Grace Slaughter way too much. 904 minutes so far this season. They're over relying on her. They've got several players that are getting a lot of minutes, not that deep of a bench compared to some teams. Everybody's getting playing time, though. It's They're not working on any defensive fundamentals. Now, I'm sure that Kelly Harper, who came up under Pat Head Summit, is used to having quite a bit of success, is looking at this team and getting frustrated with it. I would say they're going to be a WBIT team, but they have no defense. They're not keeping the other team from shooting the ball by any means. They're not blocking. They're barely stealing. Just no defense at all. They can do it on occasion, but they can shoot. That's the thing. They can shoot. The ones they're relying on are shooting at a high rate. I mean, the lowest field goal percentage is at 36.4%. Could be a lot better, but not bad. Everybody's hitting 3-pointers. You know, lowest one is at 23.1%. They Okay, they've got the offense down. They need to be working on defense the rest of the season. Right now, ESPN is saying that Mizzou has a 29.2% chance to win this game, and Georgia has got 70.8%. And I tend to agree with ESPN on this game. I really do think that it's going to come down to defense. Georgia can bring in the defense. Now, Shannon Dow did amazing things against Arkansas. Grace Slaughter is doing a lot of work. You shut her down, and Shannon Dow is more than willing to step up. But you get to the other side, the opposing team gets to their basket, and they're able to score. And you got Danny Carnegie, Mia Woolfolk, Trinity Turner, and Riley Thurkoff that are more than able to get double digit games. Now, Zen Craft is able to get 6.2 points a game on 17 minutes. They're switching them out far better at Georgia. Yeah, they got a couple players that they're playing a lot. But looking at this and seriously, defensively, that's what this game's going to come down to. And Georgia has got that decently. Yeah, they're on a losing streak right now. Lost to Alabama, lost to Tennessee, but they were able to beat Kentucky at Kentucky in Rupp Arena. Beating Arkansas wasn't, a major problem. They beat Ole Miss. They were slightly embarrassed by South Carolina, but they still held South Carolina to 65 points. They held LSU to 80 points. Okay, it was a 21-point loss, but still. I don't think they're going to have a problem with Mizzou. I think Mizzou is going to have problems shooting the ball against this Georgia Lady Bulldogs team. I like Mizzou. They've got an offense, but they just get outscored too easy by better teams, and Georgia is the better team this year than them. I want to see what Kelly Harper is able to do. I really do think that Georgia will most likely end up in the NCAAs. I'd say they're at least making it to the second round, depending on who they get. Now, if they get a bad draw for themselves, they might end up, opposite, say, somebody like UConn. But I think that Georgia is definitely looking at the NCAAs. Mizzou, on the other hand, WDIT is probably where they're headed. I don't think that they've got the ability to go much better. Now, Georgia, after Mizzou, they've got to deal with Mississippi State, and Mississippi State is a hard game. Vandy, I don't think they've got a chance against Vandy. Oklahoma, definitely don't think they get a chance against them. They probably should be able to beat Auburn and Florida. Texas, I don't think they have a chance with. So, yeah, they're going to have a 20-win season. On the other hand, Mizzou has still got the Lady Vols, who is not going. I hate to say it, the Kelly Harper heading back to Knoxville, not going to be a good thing for them. May be able to beat Auburn, maybe. But then they got LSU, South Carolina, and Oklahoma. They might have 17 wins, but they're going to have double-digit loss season. But they're still going to come away with the winning season. But that's how I look at this game. You tell me what you think. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, This has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe, and y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.